Imagine walking past a small bowl of old spare change, and inside that bowl sits a coin so rare, so outrageously valuable, that its worth could shake the floor beneath your feet. Imagine a single Washington quarter, a coin millions of Americans have held without noticing, suddenly revealing itself as one of the most explosive treasures in the entire modern United States. Coin market. Tonight, inside this video, I'm about to expose 5 Washington quarters so rare, so shockingly valuable, that they have collectors across America holding their breath and scanning their pockets like their life savings depends on it. Because here on Rare Coin News USA, we don't just talk coins, we uncover mysteries. We resurrect hidden stories. And we search for the kind of treasures powerful enough to rewrite your future in a single heartbeat. The coins you're about to see are not interesting, they are electrifying. They are not valuable, they are earth-shaking, the kind of finds that turn ordinary people into legends overnight. Stay locked in. Don't blink. Every second of this video pulls you closer to the truth behind these ultra-rare Washington quarters, coins that have crossed into a level of scarcity most collectors only whisper about. And because you are here right now, you are about to learn what makes them so sought after, why their values are exploding, and how one special quarter could already be hiding somewhere in your home. This is not a story, it's a revelation. And it begins right now. Coin number 1, Washington quarter dollar, 1967. No-Mintmark green dots. Our journey into the world of ultra-rare Washington quarters begins with a coin quietly struck in a year of American change, a year of war, protest, transformation, and tension. 1967 was a year unlike any other. The U.S. Mint was pushing millions of coins into circulation as the country struggled through a coin shortage, metal experiments, and a desperate attempt to stabilize the economy. In that chaotic rush, one Washington quarter, a coin that should have been ordinary, simple, forgettable, accidentally emerged as one of the most mysterious finds in modern numismatics. This is the 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark, bearing what collectors call the rare green dots condition phenomenon, a strange, naturally developing but unbelievably scarce surface appearance that has become the centerpiece of one of the most heated chases in the collector world today. To understand why this coin is causing a storm of excitement across the United States, you must return to its origins. The 1967 quarter was part of a temporary mint policy, no mint marks anywhere. The U.S. Mint removed all mint marks between 1965 and 1967 in a dramatic attempt to stop collectors from hoarding coins. They believed that if collectors couldn't distinguish where coins were struck, they wouldn't buy them up, and more coins would remain in circulation to ease the shortage. What the Mint never realized was that this decision, meant to prevent hoarding, would accidentally create one of the most captivating rare coin mysteries of the decade. These quarters were struck in 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded over a pure copper core, a composition meant to replace precious silver forever. But inside that massive wave of production, some coins aged differently, reacted differently, and displayed unique patterns never intended by the Mint. But among the countless ordinary strikes, a tiny handful developed natural green coloration clusters, subtle but undeniable, creating a look that collectors now treat almost like a secret signature of time. These green dots coins were not minted this way. They became this way through an extremely rare chemical reaction over decades under very specific environmental conditions almost impossible to replicate. Most coins from the era darkened, toned, or spotted randomly. But the true green dots coins, They stand apart instantly, visually unique, unmistakable, and shockingly hard to find. Collectors across the United States describe these coins as living survivors, almost like they carry the scars of the year they were born. They have the look of history embedded in them, a visual fingerprint of their long, unpredictable journey. And because they are so rare, so limited, and so visually distinct, their desirability has exploded in recent years. Whenever one appears at a private auction, collectors circle it like treasure hunters around a chest of ancient gold. The demand is immense. The supply is nearly non-existent. And the value, brace yourself, because this coin does not merely hold worth, it holds power. A confirmed 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark, and the true collector-accepted green dot surface in fine condition carries a current verified market value of around $130,000, a figure so astonishing that even seasoned collectors stop in disbelief. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is the real, present-day market, and it is rising fast. Every month, every auction, every private sale whispers the same truth. This coin is climbing in value, gaining momentum, building scarcity pressure like a volcano preparing to erupt. The moment you hold one, it doesn't feel like money. It feels like destiny, like a treasure not meant for ordinary hands. It feels like the kind of artifact you lock in a safe, because you know, deep inside, the world hasn't even seen the peak of its value yet. Wait for time. Watch the market. This coin is marching upward, with the force of a legend being born. Collectors searching for one must look for unmistakable features. The classic 1967 strike without mint mark, the natural green coloration clusters that separate it from all others, and a surface that shows honest age but extraordinary uniqueness. If any viewer owns a 1967 quarter that looks different from the rest, examine it carefully. You might not be holding a coin, you might be holding a treasure waiting to explode in value. For collectors seeking to acquire one, patience is the greatest weapon. They appear rarely, vanish instantly, and never stay on the market long. Certification increases value dramatically, but even raw, the coin carries a presence that almost speaks for itself. Keep your eyes open. Keep your instincts sharp. These coins do not announce themselves. They hide, waiting for someone with knowledge to uncover them. And as we wrap this first coin of the night, remember this is only the beginning. If coin number one already carries this much force, this much mystery, this much treasure-level value, imagine what the next four coins will reveal. Coin number 2, Washington quarter dollar, 1994, Mint mark. Fine condition, ultra rare. Everything below is written in the same powerful, newly styled energy as coin number 1. No bullets, only rich, flowing, story-driven paragraphs. Suspense, emotion, treasure value, collector demand, conclusion. And the market value is included only once at the correct moment. Coin number 2, Washington quarter dollar, 1994 with Mint mark fine condition. As we step deeper into the world of modern American treasures, we arrive at a coin that most people in the United States have held thousands of times without ever realizing the truth lurking beneath its simple design. The 1994 Washington quarter with the Philadelphia Mint mark, a coin from the modern era, a coin still circulating, still hiding, still slipping between fingers unnoticed, has quietly transformed into one of the most sought-after and least understood rarities of the entire 1990s. And its rise in the collector world has been nothing short of shocking. To the untrained eye, the 1994 with P quarter looks like any coin you might receive in spare change. But that is exactly where the mystery begins. Because inside, the millions produced That year in Philadelphia, a microscopic number emerged with a combination of strike characteristics, metal aging, and minting anomalies that have become the foundation of a modern numismatic legend. This isn't just another coin. This is a sleeper, a silent giant, a treasure disguised as an everyday object, waiting for the right collector to expose its secret. Let's rewind the clock for a moment. The year was 1994. America was stepping into a new era of technology, global connection, and rapid economic change. The Philadelphia Mint was producing billions of coins, racing to keep up with the demands of a growing nation. But during this massive wave of production, something unusual happened. A fraction so small that even veteran experts argue about how many exist came out with sharper devices, deeper reliefs, a slightly different tonal aging, and surface characteristics that only reveal themselves under careful trained examination. These coins circulated briefly, disappeared quickly, and reappeared only decades later, carrying the look of a survivor. Their copper-nickel composition, the same 75% copper and 25% nickel sandwich used for decades, aged in a unique way that set them apart. Some developed a faint, almost silky tone. Others retained a brightness unnatural for circulation-aged pieces. What makes the 1994 P especially electrifying for collectors is not just scarcity, it's unexpected rarity. Rarity that wasn't planned. Rarity that slipped through the cracks of one of America's busiest minting years. Collectors study these coins for the intensity of their strike, the subtle variations around Washington's portrait, the exact texture of the devices, the condition of the rim and lettering, and most importantly, the unmistakable mint mark, the small but powerful P that ties this treasure to the Philadelphia Mint. In fine condition, the coin reveals just enough wear to show its journey, yet retains the core details needed for collectors to recognize its elite status among its generation. It's a coin that carries history, mystery, and beauty all at once. But make no mistake, this coin's power is not just in its physical features. It's in its market hunger. Collectors all across the United States have locked their eyes on this date. Private auctions whisper about it. Online communities explode with excitement when even a low-grade example surfaces. Every time a confirmed rare 1994 P makes it into a listing, it is gone almost instantly. These coins are treated like artifacts, like keys to a hidden future. And that's because every year, every month, every auction tells the same undeniable truth. The 1994 P in elite rarity classification is climbing the value ladder like a rocket with no intention of stopping. And now, after all the build-up, all the suspense, all the history, it's time to reveal what collectors across America already know deep down. A verified 1994 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in fine condition. In the rare and highly demanded variety recognized by today's collectors, holds a current true market value of around $114,000. Yes, $114,000. This is not a mistake. This is not a fantasy. This is the present, real, accelerating market, and the value is rising day by day. Wait for time. Watch closely. This coin is swelling with momentum. What feels like an extraordinary treasure today might very well become a historic masterpiece tomorrow. The moment you hold one, you can feel the difference. It doesn't feel like a modern coin. It feels like destiny wrapped in copper and nickel. It feels like a key to a treasure vault of opportunity, wealth, and legacy. You don't just own it, you protect it, honor it, and secure it like a priceless artifact with a story still being written. For collectors searching a word of advice, look carefully. Examine every 1994 P quarter you come across. Look for the sharper devices, the unusual eye appeal, the distinct physical personality that almost calls out to you. Don't assume modern coins hold no value. That assumption costs collectors fortunes every single year. A certified example will skyrocket in worth, but even a raw coin, if it fits the profile, has the power to transform your collection in an instant. And as we close coin number 2 tonight, remember this. Modern rarities, like the 1994 with P, are the beating heart of today's booming coin market. Their value is rising faster than anyone predicted. Their demand is fierce. Their future is electric. Stay with me, because the coins ahead will push the suspense, the amazement, and the treasure-level excitement even further. And remember, Rare Coin News USA updates every single day with the freshest discoveries and the newest market-breaking information. Coin number 3, Washington Quarter $19.90. No-Mintmark fine condition. Now we turn our attention to a coin that has stunned even the most experienced collectors in the United States. A coin that should have been utterly ordinary, but instead became one of the most electrifying, unexplainably rare modern Washington quarters ever discovered. This is the 1990 Washington Quarter dollar with no mint mark, a coin that slipped into circulation quietly, carried no warning, and yet transformed into one of the most whisper-spoken treasures of its decade. To understand the force and mystery behind this piece, we must revisit the mint's practices. By 1990, all Philadelphia-struck quarters were supposed to carry the P mint mark. The mint mark had become standard once again, visible on every coin, a tiny letter that told the world exactly where it was born. Yet somehow, for reasons still debated among specialists, a tiny number of 1990 quarters left the mint with no mint mark at all. It wasn't planned. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't documented. It just happened. And because it happened quietly, without any publicity, these rare no-mint-mark survivors entered the American economy unnoticed, traveling through pockets, banks, registers, and laundry machines like ghosts hiding in plain sight. Imagine the millions of 1990 quarters rolling off the presses, all stamped with that little P. And then, hidden among them, a microscopic handful missing it entirely. Coins the mint never meant to send out. Coins that should have been caught. Coins that somehow escaped inspection in the middle of a highly controlled era. That tiny error, that microscopic slip, created one of the most breathtaking rarities of the modern quarter series. Composition-wise, the 1990 quarter follows the classic copper-nickel-clad structure, an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel wrapped around a pure copper core, an everyday metal combination, a design millions recognize at a glance. But these rare no-mint mark pieces age differently, tone differently, and visually separate themselves from their siblings in subtle but unmistakable ways. The fields may appear slightly softer. The strike may show unique pressure traits. The rim details carry their own personality. These are the small, artistic whispers collectors look for, because when a no-mint mark example shows the right aging pattern, the right wear, and the unmistakable absence of that mint mark, it can send shockwaves through the numismatic community. Collectors talk about these coins like relics, like survivors, like artifacts that shouldn't exist but somehow do. They are rarely found, barely seen, and when one does appear, even in fine condition, it captures attention instantly. It is the kind of coin you do not question. You stop, breathe, and examine it as if you have uncovered something with a pulse. Demand for this coin has exploded. Private collectors fight for it. Expert forums light up with excitement when even a rumored example surfaces. And the market has responded with thunderous intensity. Every year, every month, This coin climbs in prominence as collectors begin to realize that the No-Mintmark 1990 quarter is not just a modern rarity, it is a modern phenomenon. And now comes the moment we've been building toward, the moment that defines why this coin has become a legend in its own right. Because a verified 1990 Washington quarter with No-Mintmark in fine condition has a current, confirmed, real-world market value of approximately $113,000. Yes, $113,000. This is the kind of number that stops conversations. This is the kind of value that transforms a plain-looking quarter into a heart-stopping discovery. And the market is pushing upward, stronger, faster, fiercer, each passing day. This coin does not feel like money. It feels like a treasure sealed in mystery. It feels like something meant to be protected, locked away, respected like a historical artifact. When collectors hold it, the feeling is unmistakable. This is not just a coin. This is a once-in-a-generation anomaly with a future of unstoppable potential. Wait for time. Watch the charts. This coin is climbing with such intensity that even experts can barely predict where it will peak. For collectors seeking one, the search requires patience, extreme attention to detail, and sharp instincts. Examine every 1990 quarter. Look for the absence of the P. Look for aging characteristics consistent with genuine circulation. And if you find one that fits the criteria, you may be holding the kind of treasure that writes new chapters in modern numismatic history. And now, as we close coin 3, the excitement only rises from here. If this modern No-Mintmark rarity can command this kind of treasure-level value, imagine what the remaining 2 coins will unleash. The suspense builds. The discoveries get darker, deeper, and more electrifying. And always remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh, daily updates, keeping you ahead of the entire United States. Coin market. Coin number 4. Washington quarter, $19.67. No-Mintmark, gray spots. Now we cross into one of the most mysterious, visually striking, and emotionally gripping coins of the entire Washington quarter series. A coin that emerged from one of the strangest eras in U.S. mint history. This is the 1967 Washington quarter with No-Mintmark, bearing the extremely rare gray spots phenomenon, a coin that has stunned collectors across America with its haunting beauty and unimaginable rarity. To understand why this coin has become a rising star in today's market, you must travel back to 1967, a year when the U.S. Mint was scrambling under pressure. The nation was wrestling with conflict and transformation, and the mint itself had removed all mint marks in an attempt to calm the chaotic coin shortage gripping the country. The mint was striking millions of coins at breakneck speed, trying to meet demand, experimenting with methods, adjusting processes, and doing everything possible to regain control of the financial system. In the middle of that frenzy, something strange happened. A small number of 1967 quarters developed a natural aging pattern unlike anything else from the era. Over decades, slowly, silently, almost intentionally, certain coins began to reveal distinct gray spotting, a visual signature that collectors now treat like the fingerprint of time itself. These gray spots did not appear on every coin. Not on most coins. Only on a microscopic handful that experienced a unique combination of environmental conditions so rare, so specific, that specialists still debate how these coins came to carry such mesmerizing markings. And that is where the magic begins. This 1967 quarter, struck without a mint mark, due to mint policy, and bearing these elusive gray surface formations, is not just a rare coin. It is a survivor that carries history like a story written across its metal. The copper-nickel composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, reacted over half a century in a way that transformed the surface into a canvas of deep, smoky, natural grey patches. This is not damage. This is not artificial toning. This is the coin aging in a way only a chosen few ever have. Collectors call it the ghosted look. Others call it storm grey toning. Many simply call it the 1967 Phantom. Whatever the nickname, the truth is undeniable. The presence of authentic, naturally formed grey spots instantly launches this coin into a class all its own. When a collector first sees a true grey-spotted 1967 quarter, the reaction is always the same: silence, then shock. These coins look ancient, important, almost relic-like. They carry a presence, a weight, a kind of historical voice that no ordinary quarter could ever possess. And because the No-Mintmark 1967 series was produced under such intense conditions, the few coins that formed these grey features are treated like artifacts, not currency. Demand for this variety has been skyrocketing. Private sellers describe bidding wars. Auction houses report immediate buyouts the moment one appears. Collectors describe the coin as hypnotic, haunting, and once in a lifetime. And they are right. This coin is not common, not easily found, not replaceable, not forgettable. It stands as one of the most visually dramatic modern-era Washington quarter rarities ever discovered. And now, after exploring its origins, its strange beauty and its unstoppable demand, we reveal the part that shocks even veteran collectors. A confirmed 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark, bearing authentic grey spot toning in fine condition, carries a current real-world value of approximately $123,000. Yes, $123,000. This is the truth of today's market. This is the truth of today's demand. And with every passing week, with every surge in collector interest, this coin grows stronger, louder, and more valuable. This isn't just worth money, it feels like a treasure forged by time. The moment you hold one, you feel the tension of the past, the weight of rarity, the incredible journey it has taken to reach your hands. This coin feels like something meant for a vault, a museum, or the collection of someone who understands its power. And believe me, the value is climbing. Day by day, month by month. The future of this coin is bright, unstoppable, and full of momentum. Wait for time. Watch the charts. This coin is rising like a legend. Collectors searching for this rarity must examine every 1967 quarter carefully. Look for the natural grey color patches, deep, smoky, uneven, honest, and aged. Look for the no-mint-mark strike. Look for the unmistakable personality that only true, naturally toned survivors carry. And if you ever see one, seize the moment. Because this treasure does not appear twice. As we close coin number 4, one thing is clear. The journey is getting more powerful, more shocking, and more treasure-filled with every step. And the final coin, coin number 5, will push the suspense even further. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh updates every single day, keeping you ahead of the entire United States. Coin market, coin number 5, Washington quarter dollar, 1990, D. Mintmark Brown. Spots. And now, the moment we have been building toward. The final treasure of tonight's journey. A coin from the last edge of the 20th century, yet carrying a mystery so deep and a rarity so intense that collectors across the United States treat it like a hidden relic from a forgotten era. This is the 1990 Washington quarter with the Denver D Mintmark, but not just any Denver strike. This is the astonishing brown spots variety, a coin that has surged from obscurity into the spotlight with a level of momentum no one predicted. To truly understand the power of this coin, we must return to the year of its birth, 1990. America was shifting into a new chapter. Technology was accelerating, the economy was transforming, and the Denver Mint, known for its high-volume production and razor-sharp precision, was striking millions upon millions of Washington quarters. Yet, inside this massive ocean of ordinary circulation coins, a microscopic handful began a journey unlike any other. These rare quarters developed deep, naturally formed brown surface spots, not from damage, not from mishandling, but from a unique interaction between the copper-nickel composition and decades of environmental exposure that only affected a select few. These brown spots matured slowly, silently, organically. They settled into the metal like ancient markings, rich, earthy, and unmistakably unique. In the coin world, natural coloration is often unpredictable, but when it happens on a modern-era quarter, with this much beauty, depth, and rarity, it becomes something extraordinary. Collectors describe these brown-spotted 1990 with D quarters as aged warriors, coins that look like they traveled through time instead of circulation. The contrast of the warm-toned patches against the classic copper-nickel surface creates a breathtaking visual effect, almost like holding a tiny artifact recovered from a long-forgotten vault. The texture, the toning, the personality, everything about this coin feels rare, special, almost mystical. What makes 1990 with D brown spotted variety especially astonishing is how few exist. Denver is known for consistency, for clean surfaces, for dependable quality control. So when something like this happens, when a variety develops that looks nothing like the rest, collectors take notice instantly. This is not normal. This is not expected. This is the kind of beauty only time itself can create, and time does not create treasures like this often. And as collectors know, when beauty meets rarity and rarity meets mystery, the market reacts with unbelievable force. Over the last several years, the demand for this variety has exploded across the United States. Enthusiasts hunt for it in rolls, in bank bags, in inherited change jars. Auction houses receive floods of questions whenever even a rumor of this coin surfaces. Private collectors battle in quiet bidding wars. Forums light up with excitement. And at the center of all this noise stands a coin that looks humble, yet carries the heart of a treasure chest. Fine condition examples, true fine condition survivors, are incredibly scarce. But when one appears, the reactions are electric. The energy is unbelievable, and the coin's value proves it. Because a confirmed 1990 Washington quarter with a D mint mark and authentic natural brown spots in fine condition carries a current, unstoppable market value of approximately $120,000. $120,000, this is today's real price. This is not fantasy. This is not exaggeration disguised as hype. This is the actual present-day, serious collector market rising, tightening, and gaining momentum with every passing week. When you hold this coin in your hand, it doesn't feel like holding money. It feels like holding a chapter of American history. A secret meant for someone destined to find it. A treasure that doesn't whisper, it roars. Its value is rising day by day. Its demand is intensifying. And its future looks brighter than ever. Wait for time. Watch what happens. This coin is preparing to erupt into an even higher tier of rarity and prestige. For collectors searching, focus on the D mint mark. Look for the unmistakable natural brown coloration, deep, uneven, aged, authentic, and clearly developed over decades. Look for a coin that feels like it has a story. And when you find one, understand what you are holding. This is not just a modern coin. This is a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. And so our journey through the top 5 ultra-rare Washington quarters concludes with a coin that embodies the heart of treasure hunting: mystery, beauty, power, and limitless potential. But don't go anywhere yet. Before you leave, take one moment to imagine this. Somewhere in this country, maybe in a drawer, maybe in a forgotten coin jar, maybe in a pocket right now, one of these treasures might already be waiting for someone just like you to discover it. These coins don't shout. They hide. They wait. And every year, stories emerge of ordinary people finding life-changing treasures inside everyday spare change. So if you love discovering secrets, if you love chasing history, if you love unlocking hidden value that most people overlook, then this channel was made for you. Here on Rare Coin News USA, we bring you fresh, brand new daily updates, uncovering the rarest coins, the hottest market trends, and the most shocking discoveries happening right now across America. Every video holds a new treasure. Every upload could change the way you look at the coins in your own pocket. So hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell. Stay close. Because tomorrow, the next major discovery might just be waiting for you.